Hi there, and welcome to our Gateio review. I am Jonas, co-founder and CEO of Hoc-trade and Dr. Fee. We are developing the most innovative tool for behavioral trading analytics, a tool in which AI identifies the personal profit and loss-making patterns of traders, such as the entry and exit timing, overtrading, and revenge trading. Today we are going to have a close look at Gateio, one of the largest crypto exchanges with a huge amount of tradable coins. And as trading fees are one of the most influential factors on trading performance, we have a detailed look at the Gateio fee levels and compare them to other exchanges. After watching this video, you will exactly understand how the fees are charged to you based on your tier levels, understand how to reach the different tier levels, and also know how the Gateio fees compare to other exchanges. Lastly, you will know traders with which trading style and volumes are well off at Gateio and which traders pay considerably more compared to other exchanges. We prepared a detailed sweet spot analysis for Gateio in order to derive all those information. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Gateio applies a tiered fee structure both for spot and futures trading, meaning that the higher you rise in the tiers, the lower your maker and taker fees become. Therefore, it is desirable to rise in the tiers. So let's have a look what type of requirements you must fulfill to rise in those tiers. Gateio offers the user 3 ways to rise into the next level, either through your trading volume, your GT holding, which is the native exchange token from Gateio, or through your account balance. In general, based on the values required, but also through the plenty of options, the tier levels at Gateio are comparably easy to climb. Other exchanges ask you to fulfill multiple requirements. For example, Binance requires a certain volume plus BNB holding to get to the next tier level. But for Gateio, you can fulfill any of those requirements. In total, Gateio has 17 tier levels, VIP 0 to 16. So what do you need to do to climb those tier levels? The trading volume requirement actually does not differ between your spot and futures trading volume. However, your futures volume will be calculated with 40%. Thereby, in order to reach the $60,000 volume requirement for the second tier, you would need to have $150,000 futures volume or $60,000 spot volume. The volumes can also be combined. For example, $100,000 futures volume, so 40,000 in this calculation, and $20,000 spot volume would also grant you the next tier level, as the sum of both levels equals 60,000. A second option to rise in the tier is through the GT holding. 100 GT will get you in the second tier, which at today's price is roughly equals $530. The third option to rise in the tier is through the asset balance. Having more than $2,000 on the account also brings you to the second tier. In general, the first tier levels are relatively easy to rise. However, the higher tiers are very hard to reach. $50 million futures volume, so 20 million after the adjustment, would just qualify you for VIP 8, while this volume would already give you the highest tier level at crypto.com, for example. Whether or not this also makes the fees rather high at Gateio, we will check in a minute. By the way, if you're an active trader, you're probably aware that trading is a lot more about yourself, your emotions and behaviors than adding an additional indicator to your trading strategy. Unfortunately, not much data exists on this. This is why we are developing Hoc-trade, a tool in which your trading is automatically analyzed and checked if certain profit, but especially also loss-making patterns exist. This can be revenge trading after a loss trade, cutting your profitable trades too early, or overtrading. To really improve your trading performance, we believe it is extremely important to know which behaviors usually lose you money in trading and work out your personal trading edge. Chances are high that when you're watching this video, we have started the beta testing. If you're interested in getting a free and early access, just join our Discord server, which I'll add in the video description. Let's have a look at the fee levels at Gateio next. And there are some special things Gateio offers to their users. The spot fees start off with 0.2% both for maker and taker fees in the first tier level. Many other exchanges offer a cheaper maker fee compared to taker fee already in the first tier level. Gateio does not though. As we can see, the maker fees only become significantly cheaper to the taker fees at VIP 10. An attractive option to reduce your trading fees at Gateio is to pay your fees with the GT token, which will give you a 25% discount on your fees until VIP level 9. And I have another good news for you. We put a special sign up link in the comments for you that gives you another 25% off all your fees, whether spot or futures. This can become very significant as the amount of fees you pay as a user is actually very high, although the percentage numbers appear low. For example, as VIP 4 with monthly spot volume of 500,000 US dollar and 100% taker trades, your monthly fees would be 825 US dollar or 9,900 US dollar per year. With a 25% plus our 25% discount, you would pay 4,100 US dollar less in fees, so you could nearly cut your fees in half. We actually did a dedicated video on the effect of trading fees on your trading performance because it's such an important topic, oftentimes underestimated by people. I'll link you the video up here and also put it down below in the description. All important links shown throughout the video you can find there. Before moving on to the futures fees, let's check how low the fees can get. In VIP 16, you get 0% maker and 0.02% taker fees. And we will see later on in the comparison whether this is actually attractive. If you are unsure what are maker and taker trades, how to execute them and why the exchanges actually charge them differently, I'll put you another video here and down below in the description. It is one important way of saving a lot on trading fees. Let's have a look at the futures fees next. Gateio does not differentiate in the fees for USD margin futures and coin margin futures, so USDM and CoinM. The fees start off with 0.015% for maker and 0.05% for taker trades in the initial tier level. Starting from VIP 6, the maker fees are reduced to 0.1% and the taker fees to 0.038. But that would already require 7.5 million US dollar in futures trading volume per month. For futures trading, there is unfortunately no additional discount in case you opt to pay the fees with the GT token. However, with the sign up link in the comments, you still get a 25% discount on the futures fees, even without paying with the GT token. Having understood the fee levels and tier mechanisms, how do the fees compare against other exchanges though? Before looking at each dimension of spot and futures as well as maker and taker trades, let's first of all have an overview based on an example. You can easily compare your fees within seconds at all major exchanges through a tool such as Dr. Fee. Going to Dr. Fee, we go to the manual analysis in which we type in our trading volume instead of connecting our account to the tool, which would read our trading history automatically. Let's assume a trader in VIP 5 level of Gateio with 200,000 US dollar spot volume and 3 million futures volume. We assume the trader has 50% maker and 50% taker trades, has 25,000 US dollar on the account and would not be willing to hold any of the portfolio in the native exchange token. We click next and get to the analysis result. For this specific trader, Gateio would not be the cheapest exchange to choose, but also not the most expensive one. At Gateio, the trader would pay fees of roughly 13,000 US dollar per year, while at crypto.com, that very same trader would have only paid 10,000 US dollar, so a saving of 3,000 US dollar. At Bitfinex, on the other hand, the trader would have paid nearly 16,000. Note that this output does not yet include the 25%, which you can exclusively get through the link in the description. With this, the fees at Gateio would nearly be the same as at crypto.com. This is only one example though, of a specific trader with a personal trading style. How does Gateio perform in the different dimensions of spot and futures for maker and taker fees? Let's have a detailed analysis through our Sweetspot charts. We start with the spot maker fees. In this chart you can see the fee levels here on the y-axis and the trading volume required on the x-axis. We plotted all large crypto exchanges. Gateio is the dark blue line here. Gateio starts off with 0.2% maker fees, which is at the higher end of exchanges. However, the first tier level is quite fast to reach at Gateio, and hence the fees also align into a more average area very quickly with higher volumes. Nevertheless, the fees here, which do not include the 25% discount if paying with GT tokens and also not the 25% additional discount through our link, are rather at the high end of fees compared to other exchanges at the medium to high volumes. For spot taker, the picture is better. The 0.2% at the beginning is medium to high. However, fees align to the average rather quick. Also at higher volumes, the non-discounted fees are in an average range. How about futures trading though? For futures fees, the maker fees start off at 0.15%, which is average among the exchanges. Many exchanges actually charge a third more with 0.2%. Afterwards, the fees become roughly average, if not even a bit at the lower range compared to other exchanges. The picture is similar for futures taker trades. With 0.05%, the fees start average and also stay average with larger volumes. Crypto.com at lower volumes and Kraken at medium and high volumes have significantly lower fees, not matched by anyone in the market. Not even if you account for the 25% special discount. So, who is well off at Gateio in terms of trading fees? To summarize, Gateio's futures fees are more attractive than its spot fees. And the taker fees are in comparison more attractive to other exchanges than its maker fees. If you apply the additional discount that Gateio offers by paying fees with the GT token and the additional 25% through the link, the fees actually become very competitive. Alright, time to wrap up. Don't forget to join our Discord server for your free access to our behavioral trading analytics platform. And if you think you got some valuable information from this video, we would highly appreciate if you leave us a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on. We will continue to develop content for traders. By the way, we have already made many more reviews for other crypto exchanges. If you're interested, check our channel page. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Please be aware that we at Hoc-trade are no financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purpose only.